What is it?
It's stuck. Look at this. It's getting moved.
Oh, be careful. It's day 2. And I'm still too scared to look under these tarps. But it does seem to be melting some. Y'all hear the sirens. That's because people are out here venturing out. Woo. Neighbors are out shoveling their drive. Let me show you guys how it's melting. Ooh, I don't want to fall. Can y'all see the water
I'm trying to break the ice.
going under the ice? But that's how thick it is. It's kind of chunky. What are you doing? We're out here with no coat on.
How did this happen?
Water drips and freezes. Listen to the ice break, guys. Maybe y'all are used to it in y'all's neck of the woods. Whoa, I am playing with my life coming back here, but I need the shovel. Yeah, it's melting and now it's pretty darn slick. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't be back here. Last thing I need at dang near 50 years old is a broken hip. But I like that sound. Let's see how deep down we go. Okay. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with. What? About an inch and a half? That's what we got going on out here. It's so gross. Why can't we have beautiful winter weather? Fluffy snow. But then I'd probably complain about that too. I need to be super careful right here. Lots of drippage. Ah! Lots of things melting. This side of the house is treacherous. It is just a sheet of ice. Playing with my old life, y'all. I'm playing with my old life. Get the sidewalk. Because people are trying to walk to the gas station and back in their slippy sliding. See if you can crack some of that ice on the sidewalk. Oh, honey, your back is showing. Aren't you cold? Come on, Bubba. Look at the avocado, y'all. So sad. I mean, literal icicles hanging off of it. My poor baby. My jalapenos are the same. Bad plant, Mom. Bad. And then the brand new purple heart that was growing is dead. Texas just confuses the heck out of nature, man. Remember I told y'all I had a little wall over my water hose of marine life and fishies? And that's where I was going to put that plaque I bought. This is it. It's time to refresh a few of them with some craft paint. The glass actually broke out of that one when it fell once. But yeah, these need some painting and some dredging up. But this is my water wall. Okay, so I just came in from scraping off 2 inches of ice off of my car. I went and turned the car on for a little bit just to make sure that my battery wasn't going to die, which is what happened to my neighbor across the street. His battery died, so now he's over there cussing and ranting and raving about it. I'm wet. It is starting to drizzle again. More of that freezing rain they keep talking about. But I am done de-icing the car. I wasn't going to de-ice the car. I was just, like I said, just going to let it run for about 15 minutes just to make sure that the battery was going to be okay. But I ended up just getting the ice off. I ended up just getting the ice off. And now I'm inside. It has been determined that it is not safe enough for a big dude to get into work. The freeway that he goes on is a jumble of cars all on top of each other and on the guardrail. So I'm going to make dinner, and I have decided to make carne con elote. one of his faves, and something just warm and cozy and just is gonna go well with the beans that I made yesterday. I'm gonna make little dudes some burritos, and I figured, I think you guys have seen me make this, but what the heck, let's do a little cook with me, a little prep with me. And then I wanted to try this little Temu gadget that I had ordered. It's a garlic press, and see if it's any good. So if y'all want to hang out with me and see what I get myself up into in this kitchen at Casa Perez, let's do it. Okay guys, we're gonna try this again. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Y'all remember this little gadget, this little garlic press I got at Temu? Well, we're gonna see if it works. Now, I've already used it. Like I said, I thought I was recording. I wasn't a fan of the first clove of garlic, so I'm gonna try it again. All you're supposed to do is squish and rock back and forth to get your little pressed garlic. And yeah, even on the second clove, I'm not a fan. The reason I bought this little gadget was to alleviate the pressure on my wrists and my elbow, because I have carpal and this friggin' tennis elbow, which is weird because I've not played tennis since I was 20. But it's just as much pressure, if not more, than my regular garlic press. So, I mean, it's fancy and all, but honestly, it's more pressure on the thumbs, on both thumbs, and actually pressure on both wrists and both hands, both arms to do this. You do get a nice fine crush, but I think I will stick with my regular garlic press. It is neat. It's a neat little gadget, I guess, if you don't have any other option, or this happens to be in your little cutlery drawer, then yeah, go ahead and use it. But no, I think I'll just stick with my regular garlic press. It is a nice mince though. It is a nice mince, I will say that. But yeah, I'm glad it was only, what, a couple cents? Maybe $1? But anywho, now I will use this little chopper to chop my onion up to keep from chopping my knuckles off. I don't know if I'm using it right or not. But y'all remember this? I also got on Temu. This little guard. Like I said, I don't know if I'm using it right or not. But as I started chopping, I'm like, hold on a second. Because this is a super duper sharp knife that I got at the swap meet. And I am not safe with sharp knives. So as I create an onion mess over here, I do feel a little safer using this. So next time I'm sure I'll have a better handle on it. But yeah, this little gadget, this little doohickey is a winner. I am gonna make meat with corn, carne con elote, and it's just seasoned ground beef with a can of sweet kernel corn and a can of tomato sauce, and it's comfort food. And my big dude is also iced in with us. So y'all know when my big dude is home, I take advantage and make things that I usually don't eat on the norm with little dude. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some of this meat out to set aside to make little dude burritos and his sopa de fideo, and then I'm gonna judge up the rest as carne con elote, meat with corn. Make some tortillas. I have some beans over here that I have from yesterday, and it's just gonna be hot for the tummy comfort food because we are expecting more freezing rain tonight. Tomorrow is supposed to taper off and be improving some, but yeah, we're all up in the cold, we're all up in the house, and honestly guys, all I've been doing is eating. But I'm gonna drain this meat and get all the other ingredients in it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've drained the meat. Now I'll put it back in this skillet. I'll add my little 2 cloves of garlic. All that yumminess out. Get it all out. Okay. And my little bit of yellow onion. I prefer yellow onion and white onion to this because it gives it a little spicy flavor. Then we do some pepper to your taste. I like a lot of pepper. Some salt, but not too much because you're going to put tomato sauce in here. And then some powdered comino or cumin. I was going to crush the seeds, which I usually do when I make this, but I have so much of this powdered yumminess that I thought I should use it up. It's still nice and fresh in this little Tupperware thing. Cominos to your taste too. I like that authentic Mexican flavor with it, so I do that. And then I just get all of that mixed in together. Let the garlic and the onion saute in with the meat. Get the comino, salt, and pepper in there nice and good. And then once the onions get a little soft and translucent, I add the corn and the tomato sauce and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. So this has been on for 10 minutes, just doing its thing. Smelling good. Smelling like it should, but this is when you taste it. Make sure there's enough salt, enough garlic, comino. Definitely not enough salt. And I have to take that into consideration because little dude is going to be eating burritos. So I got to make sure that his meat is seasoned. Don't want to give no child a bland burrito. There you go. That works. Okay. At this point, I'm going to pull baby out. At this point, I pull baby out his meat for his burritos. And he eats like a freaking bird, guys. Oh my goodness, he eats like a bird. I have to sneak in extra cheese and the beans to give it extra protein. Because if it's too meaty, he won't eat it. I know, guys. Textural nightmare for the kid. But I got his meat out. I'm going to make him some burritos with that. Mind you, I'm going to add beans and cheese to it. Before y'all like, that ain't enough for that little boy. In case anybody were to think that. Don't worry. At this point, I add in a drained can of kern. Okay, a drained can of kern. Now, you can make a variety. You can do a goulash with green beans and corn and carrots if you want to use the mixed vegetables. I've done that before. But with that one, I don't add tomato sauce. But this one is one of my big dude's favorites. So I just keep it the kern. And then a little can of Mater sauce. Okay. And then I rinse out the can, maybe half a can. You can do a whole can if you'd like. Dilute the salt a little. But then it might be too soupy. You're going to do it al gusto or how you like. And you just rinse out that can. You stir it up, and this is where you decide. Do you want it a little soupier? Do you want another can of tomato sauce? Maybe another half a can of water? Up to you. This actually may require another can of sauce. I won't know for a few minutes until I taste it. But no, I haven't made it in a while. It's not as saucy as I've made it in the past, but it's all the right ingredients, all the right spices. So I think I'm actually gonna let it simmer this way. Like I said, I'll know in a few minutes if I want to add a little more sauce, but there's that. Okay, so all I'm gonna do here to little dude's meat is add a little extra protein with some homemade frijolitos, and then toss that up. Get it nice and mixed up, and then that is ready for me to make his burritos with. Where am I? There you go. A little bit of cheese, some flour tortillas, and it's a good thing. Then to accompany his burritos or tacos, he usually likes a side of fideo or rice, but I made him rice a couple days ago, so we're gonna go ahead and do this sopa de fideos. This is the beef flavor by Maggie. Very simple, straightforward, easy little dish. You just heat up some water, dump in your sopa, and I swear you all have seen me do this before. Like I said, my menu doesn't change very often, so sorry if you guys have seen this before, but I thought it'd be just a quick little make dinner with us. But it's 4 cups of hot water. You dump your noodles in and you simmer them for 20 minutes, and then that's a good side for his burrito. You guys, I was craving Kool-Aid because this little meal I made is so friggin' old school. This is what my mommy used to make for us to drink when she would make it for us. And I almost went into a panic because I couldn't find my Kool-Aid spoon. Now, how many of you guys can relate? You've had a utensil forever and ever and ever, and you use it for the same thing over and over and over, and then you think you lose it. You guys, I almost wet the bed because I thought I lost my Kool-Aid spoon. Look at my Kool-Aid spoon, guys. It's this plastic spoon that has seen better days. You see that little burn mark? It touched the burner. But yes, black cherry Kool-Aid with carne con elote and beans and tortillas. I wish the tortillas were homemade, but it takes too long and it gets all up under my nails, and then the cleanup is a pain in the booty, and I got my kitchen pretty darn straight in the last few days, so didn't want to do that. But do you guys have a utensil you will freak out if you lost? Let me know. I'm going to go see if there's any more accumulation on the car. This is where it started melting, and it's going to refreeze tonight, and as you can see, it's still doing a little bit of freezing rain, sleet. Right now it feels like rain. Maybe 30 minutes ago, I felt like sleet. This is everything that came off of my hood and my windshield. Let's see. There's all of this. I was slipping and sliding like a Nimrod on here. But yeah, the tires are kind of covered. Nope. Right now it's just, hey, y'all see my breath? Right now it's just water, but I did make a mess. Look at all that ice that came off of the car. Ended up on the street. It looks like it's melting some, but not enough to be safe. So we ain't taking any chances. So gross. This is what my son's car looks like. And yeah. But I hope you guys aren't tired of my play-by-play on the ice. It's just we're not used to this stuff around here. So when it happens, we kind of get a little geeked out, nervous. Let me get my butt back inside. And here is dinner. Little dude's burritos, the fideo, but he doesn't like the soup part of it. He just likes the noodles. Here is the carne con elote with beans. And then we have some tortillas all up in there, and the Kool-Aid of it all. So bon appetit if y'all have not had dinner, if y'all are eating dinner just now, if y'all want to make this for dinner. I haven't said that in a while, bon appetit, y'all. But this isn't an officially cooking video. An official cooking video. But still, good eats. Good weather for it.
So after all of my complaining about how everything was wet and mushy and ugly, there are some things that stood out as I walked around. Like how nice everything looked against a background of crispy, crunchy white. The glisten of icicles. Just the fresh air, how clean everything smelled. So I snapped a few pictures and stopped complaining. To some it's just cold weather, icicles, and slush. But you gotta admit, some stuff does look kind of pretty. At least I had to admit. So, thanks for hanging out with me on day 2. who knows what tomorrow brings, but hopefully weather starts getting better and we start getting back to normal. So until my next go around, I love y'all bunches.